Welcome to the Curling Championships Tour, to the International Bern Ladies Cup. Back again to another interesting game. I'm Mark Staley together with Bastian Wies. So Bastian, what is our next game to look for?
Well, tonight we have the game between Sweden with skip Anna Hasselborg against the Russian team of Anna Sidorova, and a quite exciting game considering the fact that Anna Sidorova just won the Europeans, so we can really look forward to a very interesting game.
Well, this is incredible. I mean, we have such a great covering of the game before with Annette Norberg of Sweden, and now Anna Sidorova. I think it's really nice that we have the opportunity to see them live through laulatv.com. This is good.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be very interesting and hopefully be as entertaining as the match before. We really look forward to this coverage tonight and yeah, enjoy the game.
So today, finally the last round. I think everybody is happy because some of the teams, they have 4 games today, 3 games yesterday. So today is the last round to be decisive who enters into quarterfinal, because there are still some places to go, which will be tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, again a live coverage. So we have here currently 8 games running, 4 in Group D, or in Group D, which have the other cup, and 4 trying to reach the quarterfinal. So our game just have started. The Russian team with Anna Sidorova has the blue rocks, playing now a takeout. Therefore, Team Sweden with Hasselborg has the red rocks. So again, Bastian, the first end, kind of understanding the eyes, looking a little bit, not taking too much risk.
Yes, it's going to be a pretty straightforward end with not too many rocks in play. Probably the rocks will be placed in the house by Team Hasselborg, as long as there is no opposition stone around, and Anna Sidorova will just take them out herself in order to get to know the ice a bit, how much the stones curl, and get used to the environment here.
So there's a very young team, Hasselborg. We will present the teams after the second end. And actually the Russian team is very young too, but seeing that they have this success of being a European championship, it's a kind of favorite now for this game. What do you think?
Yes, I think one could think so, but considering the fact that we are in the C road at the moment, states that it's pretty likely that both of them struggled a bit so far in the tournament and had some problems with a couple of opponents, maybe with a couple of certain rocks which didn't go as well as they would have liked it to. So anything can happen, and I wouldn't put my bet on any of those because both teams are excellent curling teams.
So both teams just played before at 6 o'clock, having a small break, having lasagna. They have to eat something. I think you know that too, Bastian. This is important to eat between the games.
Yes, it's certainly at this stage where you play so many games. This is, as said, the 4th game a day. So nutrition is your fuel, and without your fuel, you're not gonna perform at the level which is useful for you. And you have to be careful what you eat and how much you eat, because if you eat too much, you are not able to perform either, because your stomach is too full. And
well, actually, you had lasagna too, so you feel okay now to have this courage, life courage?
Yes, I do indeed. I mean, talking is always easier than going out there and brush and throw rocks and in total concentration.
Sure.
So,
but it's important what you say is now, especially at that time, they don't have a lot of time. I mean, they just finished the game roughly 20 minutes ago, rush now into the kitchen, eating and just finishing now and go back to the ice. This is what you mentioned before. They have a lot of games because they have lost 2 times, so they had to come up again in the tournament in having 2 other gains, and now this is a decisive game in order to enter into the quarterfinal. So seeing the way of Anna Sidorova was quite surprised, because on Friday morning, the first game at 8 o'clock in the morning, they lost against the young Swiss team from Uzwil. It was certainly a surprise, but then the next 2 games they won, and another crucial game was against the team Yeki from Switzerland, which they lost again, but now they recover and have now gains, and now coming to this game and certainly trying to win it.
Perfekt Karin! Fint! Fan vad harmoniskt där kändes det. Ja, 90 är absolut jättebra. Topp 4 bara. Samma linje! Håll igång! 98. 8! 12! 8! Håll igång då! Börja kvala nu! 8! 12! 12! Hjälp! Kör! 12! Hårt! Kör oss! Bra Karin! Bra tjejer, grymt! Härligt! Snyggt! Bra! Молодец! Спасибо. Yes. Karins tänk där var precis 10 va? Ja, 10-20. Både Agnes och Karin. De känns så lösa och fina i sliden, Karin. Vad sa du? Karin känns så lösa och fina i sliden. Ja. Så jag drar den in och svart. Bra fart! Japp! Japp! Bra fart!
So far the quarterfinal qualified so far for tomorrow's games. The 8 a.m. is Canada with Skip Arsenal, who had a very nice game against. Oh, I'm sorry, now it was in my mind because we have seen a game of it.
Så tittar jag liksom både.
while I come back. And the other game, the other participant is Arau of Tirenzioni, who had a straight 4 win, so went right away into the winning road, like the Arsenal skip. That is actually the game we have called this morning at 10:45. They have played against Scotland with skip wearers. So far 2 teams are qualified. That means tonight there will be 6 other teams going into the quarterfinal. Will be very interesting, and we will move after 3 or 4 ends. We will move to the scoreboard to see which team will be able to qualify. At 6 o'clock we have shown the game of USA with Skip Brown against Sweden, and actually the team of USA with Skip Brown has won, so they are in the quarterfinal as well. And the other game was about the team Yeki played against the team Denmark at 6 p.m. and I have to verify now quick the result, because I see at the moment it's not in my scoreboard.
Ну, я думаю, понятно.
Мало ли, потом еще скажут, что
обнулились. Denmark is qualified as well. Okay, coming back to the game.
We just saw the last stone of Anna Sidorova. I'm looking to blank the end, which didn't turn out the way she would have liked it. This is the lead for Russia. Russia is 1 up now against the team around Anna Hasselborg from Sweden. But this cost them the hammer, so Anna Hasselborg will have last rock in the second end.
Суханька ставила 7 с чем-то.
Тебе даже 84, по-моему, знаешь, что такое сказала? 75-8, я думаю, все равно 75 лучше. Что она добавила точно. Ой,
8-6.
Да, да. Точно надо,
вообще
точно
похож!
Надо. Оу!
Нет.
Сви!
Нет, похож! Сам!
Сви!
Сам!
Нет.
4 фута сам!
Ничего.
Флоря. Eller vill ni ha corner?
Nej.
Jag vill ha corner.
Ja.
Nej, spela inte!
Alltså det är en lång match tänker jag, eller ja.
Ja, men den är ju så pass.
Kolla då.
10 då. Bra linjer!
Bra fart! Ligger där!
Gärna curla!
Mellan!
Lite rakt! Måste dra ut den! Lite rakt! Kör nu! Ligger högen.
Se längre ut. Lite.
Sorry. Sitt.
Ja, jag är lite spännande.
Noll.
Ничего. Кто? Ничего.
Кира.
Кира.
Кира, только Кира. Ня. Clear.
Well, we have seen something similar, that the takeouts are sometimes not exactly what they are looking for. I mean, not enough curl, I would say, right?
Here, yes, definitely. This can be due to various reasons. Maybe there was given too much ice by the skip. It was played too fast by the thrower, or the thrower just was not accurate. So there is a lot of room for errors. And we have seen quite a few takeouts which did not succeed in their quest to pretty much stick around.
Well, we come to the player card.
Lead.
Yep, go ahead.
Lead for Anna Hasselborg is Sandra Flick, age 24, and her major success is Swedish Championship gold. A European champion we have with Agnes Knochenhauer on second position, 23 years old, student. In third position we have Karin Rydström, 24 years old, also a student, and her major success is the World Championships gold medal in 2011. In skip position we have Anna Hasselborg, also 23 years old, still very young, also a student, and winning the World Junior Championship gold in 2011 in Flems, Switzerland was her major success. If you want to know more about Team Hasselborg, you can look them up on their website, teamhasselborg.se, or Facebook them under the name Team Hasselborg, one word.
Well, coming now to the Russian team. Ekaterina Galinka is the lead. Curler, occupation, and still very young. Then second actually has changed now, just before it is Ezek Nikeriuka, and instead of Margareta Formina, because I think we will gonna take a word about the players alternate. Third is Ludmila Privivkova, who actually used to play skip as well, so they keep changing as well, sometimes being third, sometimes being skip. And fourth, still very young, at the age of 21, being already a European Championship, Anna Sidorova. The idol is all the time very interesting to see Kevin Martin, which is a very famous, experienced curling player. And as we see here, the alternate, she's playing now number 2, second. And she has actually the same idol of Kevin Martin. The website is Curling Russia. Probably you're going to see a lot of pictures of very talented Russian women in curling. Very important maybe to mention is the coach, is Thomas Lips, who actually has coached our Swiss team last year and now being coach of the Russian national team. Well, just coming back, or the question I have to Bastian is about the alternate. How important is an alternate in a team?
Well, you do hope that the alternate is not important at all. If you have a lineup, 4 players, and they manage to perform well throughout a competition, that's always the best case scenario. But in some situations, you're really happy that you have an alternate. For example, if one person is not feeling well or not doing well at all for a known or an unknown reason, you can always swap. And an alternate also has other tasks than only being there and playing in case of being needed. An alternate is also a bit there to help the team throughout a competition. Actually, help wherever they can, organize stuff if needed. If something has to be just like very spontaneously, then the alternate is usually the one who takes the lead to do that, and that is certainly very good to have a good alternate who make a good job. They certainly can contribute a lot to a team's success.
Yeah, especially today when they have so many games, it's very helpful that one can rest and the other can play. I mean, this is very helpful. I see now that the team Hasselborg doesn't have any alternate, so these 4 girls now are really many hours on the ice.
Yes,
they're doing well.
Yeah, that is true. If you look through the lineups of the whole competition, there is not many teams who have an alternate with them, because exactly to what I just said, an alternate is there if you really need it, and you hope always that you can play a competition in your original lineup, because then you're going to get the best result. And if you have to change, the whole situation changes. You're getting a bit shaken through pretty much by an alternation on positions, and it's not always a positive thing if you have to swap players.
Well, this brings me all the time to the question: if you swap, let's say, from a third to a skip, I mean, they need to understand each other, but would it happen that suddenly the third would play now the skip or would play the 4th rock? I mean, you see any problems with that?
There is that has happened. So there is a couple of teams who do that at times. It is certainly a risk, but if, for example, a skip is really struggling with the pressure of the 4th rocks, then it's certainly not a bad idea to take a bit of pressure from the skip's back, because the skip has to have a clear head to decide the strategy. And if he or she is always scared about, oh my god, I have to throw the last rocks too, and gets really nervous about it, not only messes up the stones, but also makes easier mistakes with strategy.
Well, that was a nice rock now from Anna Sidorova. We are now in second end, and Anna Hasselborg will try to take this rock out. Still 3 rocks to go, so let's see now. So obviously she would like to have either a blank end or she would like to have 2 rocks, but at the moment I think she concentrates herself now on this, I would say, back end take out, back weight take out.
Yeah, what she wants to make sure now is that Team Sidorova doesn't get into the position where they are able to steal one. So they don't want to be down 2 so early in the game. And Sidorova will not attack totally, because they can't risk getting a deuce back, or they can, but it would be to their disadvantage. So they're playing a pretty defensive game, not having too many rocks in play. You see it here, there's only 2 rocks in play. And the only thing which could make this end a bit more offensive would be a mistake of either teams.
Yeah.
Давай, совсем пошире. Давай, Кузда.
Yeah.
Talking about a mistake there.
Du har samma spår som dig, va? Då har ju de sopat.
So again, what we have seen in the previous game, just a bit too long, and the rock just straight ahead.
Yeah, it's surprising how little it curls for that. It is Bern, which is in Switzerland at least very well known for having really curly ice. You get hardly as much curl anywhere in Switzerland as in Bern, and for takeouts that has caused some problems today, the whole day I think, and with getting them right where you want them to hit the rock, and that was the perfect example of that. A bit too much ice, a bit too fast, and it just goes straight by.
Well, it gives opportunity now for Team Hasselborg to ride 2 rocks and actually leading after the second end, but as we said all the time, let's play first.
Ja, måste hjälp.
Bra fart!
Den ligger där.
Ligger där!
Ligger där. 10.
Kör Sandra, bara köra.
Kör allt vad ni har. Lugnt. Kolla upp. Lugnt. Bra tjejer.
Here we go.
Very well judged by the sweepers.
05.
Put on the T-line, forfeit, perfect. What do you want more? That's certainly a boost for self-confidence.
So 2-1 after 2 ends at the Curling Champions Tour in the International Bern Ladies Cup. That means the Swedish will begin the third and there we see the coach Thomas Lips on the right side, and if I'm not wrong, this is
Yeah, and on the left side it's probably Mikaela Hasselborg filming. No, it's also a Russian coach. That's a Russian jacket.
Okay.
Filming the game.
Probably the assistant of Thomas Lips. Well, maybe we can switch the scoreboard, looking a little bit the other results. Because as we said, it's interesting that we can see the other teams having the possibility to qualify.
Here on sheet 1, as we have it in the picture here, in the D Cup, we have Denmark with Skip Madeleine Dupont leading 2-1 against Canada with Shannon Kleibrink as a skip. 2-0, I'm sorry.
So here in Group D we have Canada, the team 1, which is just to write the name, is a bit a long name. Is Kathy Overton Clapman playing against the young Swiss team from Utzwil, and Utzwil is leading 2-0. This is all in Group D. They have their own cup we will talk about.
Now we are up in the C Road. Here we see Basel Regio with Manuela Sigrist leading 2-1 against Bern Imoveris with skip Michel Yaki.
So this is the first team who can qualify for the quarterfinal. Then here we have another 2 teams who can get into the quarterfinal. This is Scotland 2, Skip Fleming against Sweden with Annette Norbert, which we have seen just before.
On sheet 6, just on the side of our feature game, we have also in the C Road Scotland with Lorna Weavers playing Germany with Daniela Drindl. The game still wide open with Daniela Drindl and Germany having the lead with 1-0.
Then we have Canada 3, Skip Webster playing against the Czech Republic. We skip Linda Klimova. Well, here already 3-0, first end. Impressive.
And on Shide, we got another Swedish team, Jonna McManus, against another Russian team, Olga Yarkova, who is leading 1-0.
This is again Group D. So actually we have 4 games Group C, 4 games Group D. Maybe we can see that the Group D goes into this so-called Consolidation Cup. Maybe you know something about that, Bastian?
Well, the Consolation Cup is pretty much made up to give all those teams who didn't succeed in the triple knockout tournament, which is on which the C, the B, and the A road are based on, have another couple of games and are not just finished just after losing 3 times straight. So they at least have 4 games, and it is also possible to win in the Consolation Cup. So you will still get some prize money.
Yeah, well, talking about the prize money, this is still nice what these teams can get. Coming back to this cup, which you just mentioned, the prize money is 1,000 Swiss franc for the first team. Actually, last year it was Sarah Wright from Scotland who won the Consolidation Cup. And the second still get 500 francs. So they're going to play a final tomorrow. And on concerning the main cup, the first rank will get a prize money of 6,000 Swiss francs. The second still 4,000. Then we go down to 3,000, 2,000 till the 5th rank, which still can get 1,000. So to repeat all of those 8 games, we will going to have 4 winners for C and 4 winners for D, which we can continue playing tomorrow, while the others teams, they finally can go home after such a long day. So now the game gets a bit interesting because it's always the Russian team with Anna Sidorova tries now at least to look for 2 rocks. So they open a bit the game. Now there will be again a takeout, probably trying to hide a little bit their own rock. What do you think?
I think with this one she just has as a main goal just to take out the red rock of Anna Hasselborg. If she can get the roll to the right side, that would be absolutely amazing. But for her, that would put her into a really good position. But as she calls the sweepers off, I would think she only wanted to hit and stay.
Yep.
And now it's Anna Hasselborg thinking about the little roll to the left side to hide behind her old rock.
Bra fart!
And beautifully executed, nice. Double takeout with a roll behind the guard. I think you couldn't play this shot any more perfect. Beautifully thrown by Karin Rydström.
Что, на 85?
Мне кажется, 75-80 можно. Кажется, надо. Начало! Со свипом!
Да, не бросать, не бросать, не бросать, не бросать.
8 футов.
Еще, надо для линии.
Well, here we see again what teamwork they can do. What do you think? How many meters you can prolong a stone like that with the strong sweepers?
It depends a little bit. So men's pros curler, I would think, with today's technique, would probably be able to prolong a stone certainly 4 meters, and if not even more. I don't quite know. I've never tested it myself. I don't know, but you can make a huge difference, even if it was only 2 meters. 2 meters, that's more than half the house, which can more than decide a game. And it gives you, it's such a easy thing to do to get so much more out of your rocks, and that is really an advantage if you have the sweeping power on your side.
Bra fart!
Third, carrying root stroke.
Another
take out, back end, back weight, take out.
Maxa den nu.
Mer, Anna.
Maxa nu.
Strong.
Hela vägen
Av
ut.
nu! Kör! Kör!
That doesn't quite manage to make it go out. Just still hang around. It still hangs around
It
there.
was a bit too strong, I think, as a takeout. Huh?
Yeah, and that's the reason why it went so straight.
Почему половина? Да. Попробуй, девка.
Слабеньким на 5, мне кажется, нормально, чтобы оставалось. 5!
So what is now the next, what Anna Sidorova shows now?
Well, Anna Sidorova would really like to score 2 in this end if possible, and for that she would like also to get her stone at the back, which was only moved by Anna Hasselborg and not removed. She would like to get that back into play by making the stone, which is at the front of the house, which is hit now by the easy takeout by Ludmila Privikova, to get it backwards, get it away from this position, so the other stone will be a possible counter again.
So actually the rock was not too bad. I mean, it's really difficult to get this angel, but we see now the red one is still shot.
The red one's still shot rock, yes, but now it is open and the guard is free, so if Anna Sidorova decides later on she can to do it, she can come around the guard, and there is no red stone behind this guard which prevents her from doing that. And if there is a slight mistake by Anna Hasselborg now and she doesn't hit a takeout as she wants it to, Anna Sidorova will just have to play the open hit on the red at the back, and she will pretty much score 2 without a lot of effort.
Well, now Anna Hasselborg aims for the double takeout. So did you understand what she said now?
No, I don't speak any Swedish, but she probably said that she would like to throw it harder because Anna Hasselborg is really known for being able to throw the big weight. And to move 2 stones, you have to be able to throw the big weight as well. Now she hit the first one, but missed the second one, so now it's actually just a nose hit for Anna Sidorova, and she split the house pretty much perfectly. The double take-it will be almost impossible, and that's a really good, would be a really good setup for the Russian team to score a deuce.
Jag vet, men jag tycker bara att det blir så rörigt. Om du säger du klockar 02 och så klockar jag 18. Istället för att bara säga då, ja men det var 10.
Ja, alltså, jag var nästan rädd för att den skulle
Fast det var ju antagligen någonstans mellan 18 och 10. Är du med? Jag bara menar, det kan vi ju prata med Anna sen också om, men jag bara, om jag fick en 18 och en 10 så skulle, eller liksom en 02 och en 16 så skulle jag bli ganska förvirrad.
Wow! Wow! Jag vill inte prata med typ för henne om det funkar bra. Jag vill inte prata med henne. Det enda klockan är det vi har sagt så blir det ju konstigt.
Nej, men för min del så känns det som att jag inte riktigt kan kommunicera den klockan jag får.
Well, perfect shot, and they're on the same level. Now what Hasselborg is trying to is a kind of hit and roll, maybe in order to hide a little bit behind her own red guard. I think there's just this possibility she can achieve.
Well, I would think she would just go for a certain nose hit, so Anna Sidorova has to play a take-out because the roll will be quite difficult to hide behind the guard and be shot stone, because you get nothing out of this hit and roll if you're not shot stone, because then Anna Sidorova just has to draw to pretty much open house. She would probably just hit and stick and hope for a mistake of Sidorova that she overcurls or doesn't curl enough, so just splits the stone and only takes one.
Bra fart! 10,5!
10,5!
10,5!
Ren! Wow! 10! Wow!
10 lite
Wow! Andra då?
Ja. Kör!
Nej, bra Karin.
Well, as you said, hit and stay. Now Anna Sidorova tries to do the same.
Окей. Что, 2 еще было, да?
Да, нормально. У нее тоже, кстати.
Нет.
Пошире идет.
Нет!
Давалит!
Хорошо идет.
Let's.
Very nice. Therefore, Team Sidorova got 2 rocks, leading 3-2 after the third end. Entering now the fourth, with Russia beginning with the rocks and Team Hasselborg having the hammer. So still very open everything. I mean, this is kind of. We had a very similar game now just before. It was 1-2-1 after 6 ends. So
yeah, that's also the situation you want to be in as a player. If you have the chance to score easy multiple stones in one end, then you do it. But if you take too much risk at the start, exactly the opposite is quite likely to happen. And if you have an 8-end game in 4 ends, you don't decide actually where the game is going. If you know your opponent is pretty strong, you rather keep it a bit low and don't take too much risk to make sure that you don't end up giving up too many points.
Хорошо, молодец. Чуть-чуть пораньше надо было начать.
Да, уже боец, понимаю.
well, coming back to the tournament of Bern, there have been 32 teams participating, and as Bastian explained before about Group A, B, C, and D, out of these 32, there are still now some teams playing. But when I see all these great teams taking part of this tournament, I have to say that we can almost say the best of the women curlers are here around. For example, we have 4 Canadian teams, we have 3 Russian teams, 3 Sweden teams, And I think this is very important. We have some young Swiss teams actually trying to achieve some experience in all those games. And this is, I think, very good for the curling sport in Switzerland. That on one hand, we can invite all those very reputed teams, as well as we can make a kind of balance of the young Swiss teams. And I think, Bastian, I can almost talk in your position as a junior. Is very interesting to have games against the big ones, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you as a junior team or a very young women's team come into a competition like this, which is full of Olympian champions and full of world champions and European champions, even if you lose all your games, you have so many new experiences. You learn so much from only playing against these teams. Be it only the slightest things you learn. This is something amazing, and it's like in any other sport. If you're a junior and you play against the best of the world in what you do, and you really like doing what you do, then this is the greatest feeling ever, standing on the ice playing maybe even your idol.
Yeah, and we have to say that out of those 8 teams tomorrow playing in the qualifying, we have at least 2 Swiss teams. I mean, one is already qualified, which is Aarau with Skip Tirinsoni. And we have seen before on the scoreboard that there were 2 Swiss teams playing against each other, which is Team Sigrist against the Team Yeki. So there will be another team. At least we're going to have 2 teams out of those 8 being Swiss teams, young Swiss teams again. And I think this is so helpful for the curling sport of Switzerland to show the possibilities in this tremendous curling sport. Well, coming back to our game, 2 very well placed rocks of the Russian Sidorova team.
Well, Anna Hasselborg with hammer still, but has now the problem that it's not going to be very easy to score a deuce, which is usually the goal if you have hammer. That's exactly what she's trying to do now. She did that really nicely. Get the stones together, so a double takeout or would be possible if a stone of Sidorova's team wouldn't be placed in the perfect spot. And so the end would still be open to be blanked. Because if you have a split house, you cannot, under any circumstances, really play a double takeout, except for a mistake by one of your opponents. And this was certainly a good step towards blank end. And here we have the opportunity of a double takeout, which is, of course, a double takeout is never easy because you don't have a lot of room for error. But still, you have here definitely the chance of getting both of those rocks out. And as said, the team around Anna Hasselborg is more than able to play the takeouts with the big weight.
Well, she indicates that she wants a strong takeout. Yeah, this is as strong a takeout as it exactly must be, right? I mean, this is a small thing on the left or right side, and there's no double. Well, you have seen here the question and comments. I mean, we have put on the screen. Please feel free to ask us questions about curling, or you have any comments. We are pleased to answer you. We are pleased to show you the possibilities in this curling sport, and you can send us a mail just saying hello from any part of the world. As we have seen, there are people all over the world interested in the curling sport.
Now we have again the situation I mentioned before with the split house. Hardly any possibility for Anna Hasselborg to get her deuce.
The interesting possibility she shows is to tap her own red rock and then actually having 2 rocks in the house. Certainly interesting
Det kommer vi inte göra, men vi kommer lägga skott med en liten gång.
The risk with that stone is only that you have to be very accurate, because if you're not, you're just gonna pretty much split your own stone, and you have nothing in the house, and it's only two stones of Anna Sidorova which are left in the house, and that's certainly not what you want.
From the beginning, huh? Sweeping from the beginning, but okay. It looks okay.
Under control.
Agnes.
Oh.
Oh, that is not what she wanted, I suppose.
Nope.
So what I understood is she put right away from the beginning, but then she sees as a second possibility, okay, let the rock take in the right side, but then it was impossible.
Yeah, sometimes as a skip you have to be ready to go over to plan B.
Yep.
If you're not, you're gonna lose so many games just because of that. That she called off the sweepers was the right decision, because if she didn't, she would have just taken out her own stone. Okay, the Russian team managed to do that by themselves now. But still, it's never good only for the confidence of the player if they only take out their own rock. That's not good for the head.
So they aim again for a double takeout, or at least that their rock turns on the right side to the outer rock, blue rock. No, now they change. Well, keep changing a little bit the side for out of an in handle.
Well, of course, it makes a huge difference what your player likes to play best, and what does your player play best. Then a certain stone where you can pick from handle to handle if you play internal or outer. You always pick the one which you're more, or your player is more comfortable with. This one looks quite good if it gets the roll over there. Not a bad attempt, not quite didn't get quite as far as they would have liked it to, but not bad.
Поменьше! Люся! Поменьше! Поменьше! Просто поменьше!
Well, now the angel looks quite nice for a double. Huh?
Yes, you could probably play the double takeout, but it depends whether you really want to do that. Because if you play the double takeout, Anna Hasselborg, Anna Sidorova is just going to take your rock out if your rock stays in play. And if you do that, what she just shows a hidden roll behind the other blue at the front of the house. You might get the chance that Anna Sidorova will not be able to take the red one out. If you make the double takeout and you make it, you reduce, on the other hand, the risk of getting a big house stolen.
Jag tycker jag har mer marginal i den.
Men det är nästan så att bara...
Blir det inte?
Ja,
Tycker jag.
jag tycker vilken. Ja.
Ja, bara.
Vad 10 då? 10. Då kan vi lika gärna spela 11.
Ja, men
De blir så brant.
Ja. Jag vill inte vika in mot mitten, jag vill hålla ut den. Så vika ut mot kanten bara.
Yes. Det kan jag hålla med om, absolut.
10.
Yes. Det blev ett skott där dessutom om du
Ja,
gör en
absolut.
Ja, snyggt.
Det är inte en frys mot den här.
Allt för frysen då?
Yes.
Vad sa du, 10?
10.
Halv!
Ja! Ja! Hårt! Wow, wow!
Nej!
Wow!
Nej!
Oh!
Nej! Sandra!
Jävligt bra. Bra stökarna. Fan vad den curlade.
Jag tyckte jag satte den bra.
Plockade du?
Den curlade, greppade betydligt mer
Det hade
curl.
varit en fin vick om jag sett den.
Ja, men absolut.
Jag tyckte du satte in den.
Det
kände
skippar
jag
lite.
inte i så
Men
fall.
vad som än händer, det ska vara en etta i det här bord.
Absolut. Och då ser det ganska bra ut. Alltså,
Ja. Sen låg
Det
det
är
bra.
bra lite efter tycker jag.
Ja,
en liten paus.
det var linjerna då. Ja. Men sen när den började curla, ja.
Дверь! Нет, нет! Пока нет! Внимание! Свип! 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 Нет, нет, нет!
Well,
Jag ska kunna
take out and now, and
Vad hade du
Hasselborg
förra?
just has to take this
10!
stone, or let's say right this end, equal the game, but to lose the last, the right of the last stone. But I think she has no other choice. She needs to have this
Jag hade
point.
ingen klocka men den kändes...
That is certainly true. There is no other way she could avoid Anna Sidorova from scoring. So she's certainly doing the right thing by playing the single takeout to take one. And still, I mean, then the score will be 3-3 each. So that is nothing dramatic.
Yes.
So everything's still open.
Lite tyngre!
Rent!
Bra fart!
Upp! Rent! Rent! Ligger bra! Japp!
Igen!
Japp!
Igen!
Japp!
Igen! Bra
Härligt
Karin.
Anna.
Bra Anna!
Nicely done, and she scores the one for Sweden with Team Hasselborg. That brings us to score 3 each after 4 ends.
So we take a move in the scoreboard, looking a little bit what other teams are currently doing. So
on sheet 1 in the Consolation Cup, we have Denmark, Madeleine Dupont against Shannon Kleibring from Canada. Madeleine Dupont leading Shannon Kleibring by 3-2 after 3 ends.
Then we go to Switzerland against Canada. Wellesley Hegner against Kathy Overton Clapham. 4-1 for the young Swiss team.
On sheet 3 we have Basel Reggio with skip Manuela Sigrist playing the last year's champions of this tournament, Bernie Moveris with Michelle Yaki. Michelle Yaki currently in the lead with 3-2.
Then another game, Scotland, Skip Fleming against Sweden. Annette Norbert, 2-1 after 3 ends. Well, still very open game.
On sheet 6 we have in the C Road Scotland with Lorna Weavers tied 2-2 with Germany and Daniela Drindel playing skip there.
Then we go again to D, where we have Canada, Skip Webster against the Czech Republic with Skip Linda Klimova. 7-0. Well, this is quite a hard score for the Czech.
And on sheet A again in the Consolation Cup, we have the third Swedish team, Jonna McManus, tied 3-3 after 3 ends with Russia's Olga Yarkova.
Nej, frysa va?
Frysningar.
Det tycker jag. Jag skulle faktiskt säga bara lite till, för den kändes väldigt fin.
Ja, som att man hade kunnat hålla igång den. Ja.
Exakt.
Precis, en bra. Lite till. Nej, lite mindre.
Bra där, ja.
Vad hade du på klockan?
0-4, så 0 är bra.
0.
Ja, bak 4!
Wow, vänta då, jag måste kalla.
Bak 4!
Måste kalla igen. Vad menar
Bak
du?
4!
Ja!
Helst
Ja!
inte!
Ja!
Är bra fart! Stopp 4!
Hårt!
Stopp 4!
Hårt!
Bra fart! Perfekt fart!
Ligger jättefint. Kör hela vägen ner nu. Hela vägen ner, hela vägen ner.
Grymt, Lysande.
Браво, Карис.
Härligt, bra Lys.
Какой вес был? Можно
Кстати, не
сказать.
нравится, если туда смысла нет. Может прийти зайти ближе второй? Мне нравится типа беленькую. А? Потом стоит гард. Мне нравится. Сип, первый, Сип. Сип, точно не бросай, Сип!
Ближний начало! Начало! До Ти! До Ти пока! Сейчас будет да уже.
Да ниже!
Now again, already at an early stage in the end, Anna Sidorova tries to split the house to get the deuce set up.
Дальше.
As mentioned before, with hammer, you always aim to score at least 2. If you can score more, you score more, but 2 is usually what you aim for. This shot was a bit too long and will end up probably only being third shot.
Не точно. Чей ближе?
Yeah, it is third, yeah.
Ладно. Потому что на одни прям мы не смотрели. Никто.
Ну, наш касается 8 футов, а их нет.
Наш не касается.
Ну, короче, наш дальше.
Нет, просто я в зеркало смотрю, там берег.
10! Vill du spela 11?
Jag tycker det är bra, vi har ju sista sen. Nej, vi har inte alls sista sen. Men det är bra ändå.
Rent! 10 halv 11! Ja!
Ja!
11! Hårt!
Hela vägen! Hela vägen! Vi bara kör hela vägen! Kör! Kör Sandra!
Sitt!
Bra vägen!
Well, it was a big effort for this sweeping. Huh?
Добавил. Не-не-не-не, добавил. Не-не-не-не-не-не! О, аккуратно.
Var det tajt på början eller var det bara farten?
So the game follows now, let's say, the left side on this stone because nobody wants to touch, let's say, the center stone for the moment.
Yes, the center is pretty much. Anna Sidorova uses the center stone, of course, to have a second counter in the house and to protect that when she tries to draw the game to the sides. But if Anna Hasselborg would decide now to remove the blue stone, she would have the problem that Anna Sidorova could also just remove the red rock or simply go behind the guard without any problem at all and probably be dead buried. No chance for Anna Hasselborg to get the knight.
Well, I see one game is already finished.
Yes, and it's on sheet 2.
On sheet 2 it was
Canada, Kathy Overton-Clapham shakes hands after
Utzwil.
After 4 ends against Utzwil. Utzwil winning 8-1. That's quite a big surprise.
Yeah, they are doing well.
Now a nice hit and roll behind the center guard, Anna Hasselborg.
Oh, there was some movement now.
I'm not sure whether that was exactly what they were aiming for. But certainly this blue rock is now in protection by these
well
two.
covered, yeah.
These two red stones and the guard in front. But considering Anna Sidorova having hammer, is a closed center is not usually what you want. If you have to hammer, you always want to be able to draw to the button if you have to rescue yourself out of a hard situation, and always make sure that you have at least one path open to play the security draw with the last stone. And a nice race takeout. Beautiful.
Bra Anna! Bra att hon la dit det. Härligt. Snyggt. Bra ditlagt. Härligt.
Well played, well swept, everything completely right. Nice throw.
Ja, jag vet, jag är så glad.
So now they try to do a nice draw.
Jag håller med.
Freeze actually, they tried to put a nice blue rock into the center, just being guarded.
Du spelar dem helt grymt, Karin. Varenda en liksom.
The sweepers are working really hard. And it's just a bit short.
Yeah. But still second, which is
Still second rock, still useful. You can still push that.
so she wants to take it out, which is quite a high risk, huh?
Well, you can pretty much hit it everywhere except for nose, so it's not that big a problem. And even if you happen to go on the back stone and take your own stone with it as well, it's not that big a problem because over T stones are pretty dangerous because if this stone, which was just played by Ludmila Privikova, would have ended up freeze on to the one behind the tee line. That would have been a very dangerous situation as well. And here, absolutely no problem. Nicely done, well executed.
Линия будет, не бросайте. Да, не бросайте, линия будет, еще. Да, до конца. Надо, вес надо. Еще. Что ж такое-то? Ну, стилами толкнуть. Спасибо, девочки, извините.
Again, just a bit too short. I mean, they were sweeping hard, but let's say could be better. But direction is now very nice. The line is good in a way that takeout won't be so easy to execute.
Jag vet bara att den där i baken ska försvinna. Alltså att blåstegen ska följa ut. Hela vägen, det gör den ju inte på den.
Jag tycker antingen spelar vi clearing eller spelar vi 11. Jag känner mig 11.
Well, when trying to remove this rock here, then it's very important the choice you make concerning the weight of your stone, because you got to be really accurate in playing it, and giving ice is absolutely essential. A slight mistake could already set Anna Sidorova up for the deuce if you hit it directly onto the red one flying over tee. It's going to be quite a difficult situation for Anna Hasselborg. If she gets it out perfectly and maybe even rolls a bit to the center, then on the other hand it's an absolutely beautiful shot, and certainly all advantages then to the Swedish team.
Well, according now to the ice, I think there will be a hard takeout. I mean, this will be for like a one-liner. Doesn't take any curl, because you can see that this rock doesn't need to curl alone.
Beautiful, absolutely amazing. Even got the roll behind the guard, which you always get if you hit it out without touching the back one. Beautiful. So now quite a bit of pressure for Anna Sidorova. If she wants to score 2 still, then now she's got to have a perfect throw weight.
О, подождите, нет линии пока совсем.
Да! Да, линия!
What happened there? Did this pick on something, or?
Well, there was a bit the impression that they see something like a dirt on the ice.
Yeah, that's what can happen at times if you don't clean the rock properly, or if you have debris on your brush, then that can. Now we can have the replay here.
The replay now.
It's looking fine. And there it starts to curl, which is certainly not natural with the weight she got. And now it's on the center line, and now actually even starts to go back out again. So it had quite a bit of dirt. It made such a so-called S-curve, turning the handle twice because it was such big a piece under the rock. And now, of course, again a good situation for Anna Hasselborg to put even more pressure on Anna Sidorova.
Känns som att det här är ett jävligt lätt
So
spår för det kommer inte curla
she
så
will
mycket.
try
absolut.
to draw around.
She probably will. She will just have to be very careful that she doesn't push the blue one in.
Alltså, 10 är bra
But
på
it doesn't
garden.
actually matter where she puts
Jag har
it.
känslan av att det är lättare.
The nearer
deras
to the
spelar
forefort she gets, the
har verkligen
better, because
vunnit. Och det är väldigt lite curl.
like this, she closes
15-20
pretty
då.
much every way Anna Sidorova has from this side.
Kom igång! Bra linjer!
Bra fart!
Fin fart, leder!
Mellan!
Agnes närmast!
Bara över!
Bara över, ligger bra! Sanna närmast!
Bara över!
Ja, ligger mellan!
Bara över!
1 meter över. Bara sitta!
Nej, nej, nej! Bara stanna!
Oh, Anna Hasselborg didn't decide on drawing in. She decided to play the guard. Protecting her probably shot stone, so you can't play the takeout through there. I don't know whether this is even possible. Probably is. Or she wouldn't have played the guard, I suppose.
Well, maybe we can see a little bit the possibilities.
Sätt den här
Nej, men
toppen.
sätt in det.
Okay, now she tries. She wants to. What are the possibilities here now?
Бить,
Мне кажется, вести надо.
бить, смотри, ты можешь...
Well, another possibility would maybe to
Тоже сложно, понимаешь?
Ну да, да, да.
Камень на начале
Там
стрелка,
тоже на
как
минус
торчит.
push the
Сама
Blue
я,
one.
конечно, хочу бить.
like that.
Yes, that would be pretty difficult though, because you have in front of that you still have the guard and a Hasselborg just played. But it is probably possible if you're perfect on the way, it would probably be able to get past that.
What she tries is to hear. I mean, that already she figure out. I mean, this is incredible, doing something like that.
It is at the same time a quite high risk. If she doesn't get this stone, it's a 3 or a 4, 3, a 3 stone score for Anna Hasselborg, and this would be quite a lot at this stage. In the end, a 3-point lead is usually over 2 ends is quite defendable. She
Well,
doesn't. What she doesn't consider is the simple draw to the button from the right side, because this is probably due to the fact that she has not played the right side so much. She doesn't know how much it curls, and she doesn't know how much weight she would have to put on. Draw from the left side is actually impossible to get shot. That's not curling enough, I would think. Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
she decided on. Is it off?
It'll be a very important rock now. We're gonna see.
This will be the match winner or the match loser, I suppose. If you make a shot like that, you have a self-confidence that's perfect, and then I'm pretty sure that she has a real boost. And if you don't, then you have a bit of a problem, because as I said, being down 3 is not nothing. And the sweepers are on it right from the start. Oh, getting called off now. Oh, what a shot, and she's made it!
Oh.
Absolutely beautiful!
Well, this is incredible.
This is curling at its finest. Accuracy in its purity.
Не нравится бить, потому что мы знаем, как идет.
With this shot, the team of Anna Sidorova takes the lead with 4-3 after 5 ends, playing Anna Hasselborg here at the
Ой, я
Bernese
сейчас убегу, можно?
Ladies Cup in Bern, Switzerland. We're currently playing one of the C finals, so the winner of this game will progress to the quarterfinals tomorrow.
So the winner of these two teams, Sidorova Hasselborg, will play tomorrow at 8 a.m. Swiss time against Denmark with Skip Nielsen. Maybe let's take a look on the scoreboard. As we have seen in the meantime, already 2 games are over. Both are in Group D. So certainly more important are now the games in Group C.
Молодец. 81. Он был хорошо добавлен.
Well, this is the Russian coaches certainly happy about this tremendous stone of Anna Sidorova.
Well, I don't know how happy he is. He's maybe happy that she made it, but probably not with the fact that she had to play it.
So you have to balance it out. Team performance maybe not that good, but
in the
very
end,
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, here tied Denmark against Canada in the D. Skip Dupont and Skip Kleber.
Clybring 44 tied. She too, Canada with Kathy Overton Clapham shaked hands after 4 or 5 ends, losing 8-1 against Utzwil with Ursi Hegner.
So Utzwil Ursi Hegner will play tomorrow again in Group D. Here the Swiss challenge of Basel Regio with Skip Sigrist against Bern Imoveris of Skip Yeki, still open 3-2.
And then on sheet 4 we have also in the C Road for another qualifying spot, Scotland with Hannah Fleming against Sweden with the team around Annette Norberg. Annette Norberg in the moment leading 3-1 after 5 ends.
Actually, Anna Norberg, if she would qualify for the quarterfinal, she would oppose Canada with Skip Arsenal. And here in C we have Scotland 1 with the Skip Virus, which we have seen at about lunchtime, leading quite good against Germany with Skip Triendl. This team will play, the winner will play against Aarau, Switzerland, in the quarterfinal.
On sheet 7 we have again in the Consolation Cup already a finished game. The team from Canada with Skip Webster won 8-0 against the Czech Republic with Skip Linda Klimova.
And finally, the last game in D is Sweden with, they cut all the time the names here. This is Jonah McManus playing against Russia of Yakova. 4-3 for the Russian team. Still an open game. Let's come back to our main game of Russia Sidorova against Sweden of Hasselborg. Now 4-3 for Team Sidorova.
Now Anna Sidorova is certainly trying to steal one shot in this end to be able to score in the even ends and make sure that they have a 2-point lead. It's always an advantage for you if you have the hammer in the last end because you're the person to decide it. And here we have just an amazing double clearing from Agnes Knochenhauer, who plays together with Anna Hasselborg since junior days.
Moja na minsta ide.
Da.
Добавила. Линия надо сбоку.
Пока много линий. Много линий, много линий.
Да-да.
Очень много линий.
Да-да-да-да.
Да-да-да, Кир, помогай, помогай. Очень надо. Очень-очень до конца. Сви, сви, сви. Даже половинки пока нет. Еще. Половина, еще. Надо.
Here after replay of this beautiful hit and roll, usually a rock which is quite often underestimated because it's actually quite hard. It's a total team stone. Communication has to be perfect in order to make it. You have to be very precise because you have about an inch which you can hit, and if you are out of this area, you're just gonna split the stone, or you're not gonna hit it, or you're gonna hit it on the nose.
Jag tycker den är bra. Eller dra så.
Ja, den är också bra.
Vad har ni på den? Så.
So what do you think? What is the idea? They would not go on their own right rock.
It is. They have now more than one possibility. They could just draw in behind that. They could also raise their own guard. If you raise your guard, you have the chance that you lie dead buried without risking too much. But they decided to clear the guard in the middle in order to be sure that they can not that the Russian team is not able to take away a steal out of this end.
So everything is open up now.
Sidorova is just looking to replace the stone just as it was before, in order to protect their own shot rock.
Вообще слабо как-то. Как линия! Дальний есть!
Не-не-не, линия перевалит. Свип, пока да. А нет, Кира первый.
Воу-воу!
Дальний есть!
Кира первый, свип.
Свип!
Свип,
Свип для линии!
свип, да.
Да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да! Еще!
Nu kan vi frysa, nu har vi mer plats!
Ja.
Gadden vill längre ut!
Ja, men jag tycker den nu. Jag gillar den också. Vad vill du? Jag tänker bara antingen 10 eller 8.
10 spelar jag gärna.
Så då? Ja.
Det är sant, den är bra faktiskt. Gärna rent!
Japp, Sandra, järnet Sandra, hårt! Bra Karin! Bra där!
The last moment, when realizing that the race takeout wasn't possible anymore, they decided to go for the guard clearing to open up the situation.
Yeah, I mean, it was from the beginning that they had to do again Plan B. And, well, it's still nice guarded, but I guess they will put another one just in front.
Толкнуть тоже не нравится.
Or they may just simply...
Ну что-нибудь, чтобы там было...
It depends what Anna Sidorova's plan is for this end.
Желательно не по двойной.
Вряд ли она его сделает с рулом к центру, да? Хотя может.
Ну, может, в принципе. Ну, просто если надо здесь стать кем-то, да, она точно уже это не делает. Единственное, только плохо будет, если он как-нибудь... Почему не с этой?
Ну, как бы с той стороны, да?
В идеале сюда.
А может она повести за него? Скорее всего, зайти, да? Да, придем.
Блин. А чем мы с этой-то не хотим? Наверное, все-таки вот сюда. Вот он стоит вот здесь. Да, он стоит вот здесь. Нам надо вот сюда. Блин, есть еще время.
Если она привезет вот сюда, вот все.
Ну вот, понимаешь?
А ты бэк мы не хотим сделать?
Типа накатить просто.
Чуть-чуть накатить. Если не будет линии, то бросить будет начало.
Линию, а чтобы это за гардом, потому что гард дальний.
Она может тоже так сделать, ну, типа того сделать. Толкнуть его и ролл.
Тогда или выше оставим, потому что...
Если не будет линии, то да.
Да, и потому что если мы сюда толкнем, ну...
Well,
Не, ну это да.
this can be a very long game.
Yes, but discussion is also a part of curling. There is also, as said, with the communication discussion about tactics is also part of curling and is very important. There is sometimes, even though the skip is responsible for the strategy and tactics, there is sometimes even the skip who makes a mistake or plays something which the other players don't understand, and then clarification is needed and explanation at times as well, because if somebody doesn't know what they are doing,
Отлично добавлено.
Мне 65.
do it right.
Вес нет.
Вес нельзя, вес сильнее.
Нет,
So
совсем нет,
when playing
совсем.
curling, you rather talk a bit
Садиться!
too much.
Свип!
Вес нет.
Свип!
Свип,
Свип!
да. Вес да.
Да. Блин, что ж тизотно.
Well,
i förra gången.
Borde kunna komma upp insida så, va?
Well, you can get to this, to both of them from
Det gör vi ju.
either side. You can get one of those two.
Men samtidigt slår de den då.
I think they aim more for one and that the red rock just move a bit inside. Would be perfect.
Går det att vicka på den här? Nej.
Jag tycker inte vi ska försöka...
Anna, går det att vicka så här?
Nej! Men bara så.
Det är väl bra.
Typ en fart som är typ 12.
Ja. Det är väldigt trångt för oss.
I och för sig, det går lite segt.
Då kommer ändå kunna spela på sin egen.
Ja, 11 då.
So they decided on playing the hit and roll,
De spelar väl
hitting
då.
the blue rock, which is closer to the T line. The T line is the line that crosses the house horizontally, and maybe get a little roll behind the other blue stone in the house, giving it a protection. So Anna Sidorova won't be able with her last rock to take it out, but as we see here as well, we have some discussion going on.
Men jag tycker typ en hack och vicka in i sådana fall.
Jag har hit på stenen. Men 12. 12 är ju lugnt.
Jag tror samma is är bra, för de här 10 här på min klarar ingenting.
Hack, är det 12,5 eller? 12?
Där.
12,5.
Så målet är att de måste spela på den här stenen.
Okej.
För att då har jag ju stort bo att dra på.
Yes.
Vad vill du
12.
spela för fart? Ja, det är bra tror jag.
Så det var skott efter slaget alltså?
Ja.
Så om det går att få lite insida vill vi ha det?
Va?
Om vi går att få lite
Exakt.
insida så vill vi ha det? Yes.
Var med! Ja! Ja! Hårt! Hårt! Hela väg! Wow! Wow!
It's just curled a bit too much, and now it's Sidorova's turn to make as little room as possible for Anna Hasselborg with the last rock. If she places this one perfectly, it is not sure that Anna Hasselborg will be able to score at all. Now the discussion is where exactly is the best spot to put this rock.
So what she explains is to tap her own one a bit.
A race to the T-line would certainly be a possibility. You could also go for the direct draw, but you don't have enough space on the left side, I would think, because of the guards. Now it's most important that you get as close to the button as possible, but do not give an opportunity to Anna Hasselborg to hit it at the same time. It's certainly quite difficult. But even if this doesn't go exactly the way they want it to, 3 rocks in the house, it's the same situation as we had before, just the other way around. This puts a lot of pressure on a skip who has to rescue their team out of a difficult situation like this. So I think they decided on the tap, the race to the bottom.
From the other side. Before they used to play on the
Well, I think they're playing this side because Anna Sidorova, when she was playing her, when she played it around the guard, her first rock, she came from the same side. So I think this would definitely make sense if she put it around the same lane if she can. need to do exactly the same thing twice. That's always easiest, or considered to be the easiest in curling, because you know everything about the spot you play on.
Нет, нет линий, нет линий, нет линий. В край совсем толкаем, совсем в край. Совсем в край.
Not really what she wanted. There was no enough curl, because now one rock is completely in the center. So it's not that difficult to do a kind of hit and stay.
Well, you even have actually quite a lot of room for error, because if you hit it on the left side, you will always jam on the left blue and always stay shot. So as long as you have hit it not too far on the left side, you should be fine. And there we go. That was it.
Okay.
This is nice. So they have fun, and we are tied at 4-4 after the 6th end.
Still a very tight game. We have seen two times the situation where the skips had to make a good shot against 3 opponent rocks, and both skips made it. So it could go on either side. The first skip to miss one of those shots probably will lose the game. Let's hope the game keeps up like it was so far. Quite exciting, enough rocks in play. And as you can see in here, fun is always involved into playing curling. That's one of the most important things, that you're happy on the ice, that you have fun with what you do.
Well, now what is the strategy now of the teams? I mean, Team Russia now, Anna Sidorova has the last rock, so she tries maybe to make a blank end on the 7th, and she has it on the 8th. I mean, I guess she needs at least 2 rocks in order to make the 7th end. So I think it will be quite defensive in a way that Team Russia, Anna Sidorova, tries to get rid of all the rocks possible. So I think the 8th end will be decisive. Well, maybe we take on the other scoreboard.
Karin, tjejer, vad tycker ni? De drar ut på kanten.
So we have in Group D, Denmark and Canada, that now the Kenyan team is taking the lead of Shannon Claybring. This already is finished on D.
Now it is Swiss battle on sheet 3 for another quarterfinal spot. Tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock it's Basel Regio against w.bern Imoveris, tied at 3-3 after 6 ends.
So here it looks that Annette Norberg of Sweden is taking the quarterfinal by leading 4-1, 2 ends left.
And on sheet 6 we finished end 5, and it's 6-3 Lorna Beavers from Scotland against Germany with Daniela
Bra
Dundal.
fart!
Hårt! Hårt! Kör nu Liva! Kör nu!
That one is already over. And on the last, say in Group B is now Russia with
11-0, perfekt fart.
Ja, tack.
Skip Olga Jakova leading against Sweden 5-3. Sweden, which is Jonna McManus.
Hade du på min gard?
Svip! Svip! Oh! 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 Svip! Svip! Svip!
Bra skott då, för de kommer ju gå på garden.
Ja.
Det var länge sedan jag drog, men 0 va? På mig. 0 eller på mig?
Ja, det tror jag. Det är bra.
Bra linjer!
Ja, ligger 10!
Inte så positiv!
Ser bra ut! Håll
Inte så
igång!
positiv!
Ja!
8! Hårt!
Bra linje!
8 ligger den! Har en 8!
Bra linje! Jättebra
Kom igen, nu
linje!
kör nu!
Ligga över Karl! Karl är över!
Fighta nu Sanna, kom igen! Okej så.
Vad är marginallägen? Vad hade du? Bra kolla. 8-12. Bra.
Vad hade du?
8-12.
Пробить с роллом нет на боковой.
Кажется, тоже можно.
С роллом! Можно с роллом.
Пусть завозит, мы потом тоже пробьем через этот.
Что, двойной?
Да, один обязательно.
Можно ролл, Кир.
Now, as we can see, as it was to expect from Anna Sidorova having hammer, it is a quite defensive call by clearing the guards.
Svip!
65.
Svip!
Of course, she would love to take along the advantage of last rock to the last end.
Да, ну это 3.
For that, she has to make sure that Anna Hasselborg doesn't get the chance of stealing one, because that would add extra pressure onto the last end.
Что там на краю лежит?
Ta det lugnt på den! Ta det lugnt på den!
Стой.
Härligt Agne!
And a nice shot by Agnes Knochenhauer. Now Anna Sidorova again trying to get rid of the guard and even the shot rock as well if possible. That would be absolutely best case scenario. And she gets it.
Bra koll Sir.
Actually the perfect rock, except for the fact that her own rock is still sitting around. Now of course serving as a guard for Anna Hasselborg.
Накатим свой?
Да.
Типа между ними и вниз.
So will be a
Вот в
kind of
этот?
clearing.
Да.
Свет! Свет!
4! Воу! Воу!
Воу!
Нет!
Beautiful. And even slide into the house. Absolutely perfectly executed. Now there is nothing Anna Hasselborg could use to hide, since this rock is also in the house.
Fint Karin! Fint! 10-0!
Now Anna Hasselborg will concentrate on not getting a deuce against them, just so that they have still a chance in the last end to win this by only a single steal, which is certainly easier to achieve, but because Russia will try to blank this end, and there was such a good hitting Russian team, it's probably quite difficult to score it at deuce.
Ja, kan vi göra.
Sorry.
Vad sa du? Ja, precis. Vi gör så. Så då. 10. 10. Köp en.
Härligt!
Nej. Bra det. Может, на 2 ролл?
Да?
Ага.
Через этот. Мне кажется, через этот надо.
Через центр?
На 2 ролл-дом.
Свип, да-да-да!
Нет. Кира очень надо,
Oh, now we have another opportunity for Anna Hasselborg to get into the house and to do this even with a guard.
Well, it was not necessary to do. I mean, she could do a kind of strong takeout at both, maybe, which is clear, you know.
Yes, but for Anna Hasselborg, it is quite an achievement whether she steals one, or even better if she forces Anna Sidorova to take one. So she has to take the possibility to do that.
Vad tror du lite till? Där. Yes. Vad säger du då?
Det är lite slidespår.
Ja.
Men alltså 90 är bra och så går det att hålla igång den.
Ja.
85 är också bra.
Vi vill gärna sutsa lite på den.
Den här kommer liksom inte komma in i slides. Alltså Karin fick ju gå helt upp.
Okej. Jag tänker på min andra tänkte jag på.
Ja, för det går fortfarande riktigt rakt.
Ja.
Men vad tror ni om 90-0 eller? Tror att
90-95 tror jag är en bra fart.
yes.
Jag med.
Bra. Helium.
Ja.
Snacka mycket linjerna för bak 8 är också bra.
Måste köra hela vägen.
Köra.
Bra fart!
Kör hela vägen.
0 sa det.
Hela
Ge
vägen.
en linje.
Bra fart!
Vänta.
Mycket plats. Mycket plats.
No curl, you can see
Ja,
right
den är
away.
där!
Ja! Ligger där. Ja!
Curl now.
Switching to curl, will it be enough in the end?
I don't think so. Still wide open.
This is fully open.
Bra fart!
I think the weight was fine. And, I don't know if she would get less ice. Then probably it would hang on the guard. It's very difficult, I think.
I think it's pretty hard. Once you're over the center line, which is the line in the middle through the sheet, then it really starts to curl on. Once you're past the point, it's hard to keep the stone on track. If you jam into the guard, you end up with pushing in the blue one, and that's certainly not what you want, giving Anna Sidorova a 2-point lead at this stage.
Свив! Свив! Свив да! Свив да!
Хорошо, молодцы.
Nicely done. So that's a blank end in the 7th, which means that we go 4-4 tied into the 8th and last end here at the C final at the Bernese Ladies Cup 2013.
Well, we moved the last time to the other scoreboard, looking how the other teams are performing.
On sheet 1 we have Madeleine Dupont against Shannon Kleibrink. Still a very tight game. In the last end, tied at 6 each.
Then this one we have seen. We go now into the Swiss challenge team, in where Basel team Sigrist is leading now 4-3, so they have a steal at the 7th.
On sheet 4 we have Hanna Fleming against Annette Norberg from Sweden. And Norberg is leading 4-2 after 7 ends.
Then here we have Scotland. Davis against Germany 7-3. This seems to be a bit decided too. Okay, 2 more ends to go.
And finally on sheet 8 we have Sweden with skip Jonna McManus against Russia with Olga Yarkova. The Russians leading 6-3 after 6 ends, 2 more to go.
Свив, девочки, ближе, свив, еще. Да. Спасибо, молодцы.
Now we have an interesting situation. Sweden is doing now trying to do 2 center guards, and behind we have now a shot over the Russians. Who knows? Maybe it can be an interesting end, as it's a decisive end. Russians having the hammer.
Well, the Russians will certainly start to clear off those guards once the 4 rock rule, the free guard zone, doesn't apply anymore. And this is as soon as second player Neruka Ezek starts playing. As you might know, the stones which do not enter the house cannot be removed by the lead of the opposing team as long as they do not cross the T line. So everything in front of the house is secure for the first 4 rocks.
Что, второй? Или нет? А, разводить? Что они под двойной стоят? Мне кажется, надо второй, нет? Туда, зафигарить.
So what they drew is a kind of clearing, but just a bit on the left and right side. Huh?
Yes, what they are trying to do is a so-called take shot. They try just to move the center guard out of the way. In the best case, your own rock leaves the playing area. That's absolutely best case. If it doesn't, it's not a problem. If it should happen that the opposing rock leaves the playing area, then the stones get replaced exactly as they were before. But this one only enters the house. It didn't actually help the Russians in opening up the situation. Didn't curl quite enough.
Bra skott då.
Yes.
Bara ta loppet då.
Karin?
Fullföra.
Bak 4, bak 8, man måste vänta! Bra linje! Bra fart nu! Curlar! Bra linje, bara fart! 10! Ta det lugnt! 10! Sandra! 10! Sandra! 10! Ligg 10, man! Bak 10, bak 10! Ligg i skott, sitt i skott! Bara sitta! Sitt i skott! Bara sitta! Bara sitta, inte drag! Grymt, Agnes! Härligt, Agnes!
Härligt, bra!
So now, as predicted, Anna Sidorova will try to peel off those guards in order to get a clear front, to be able to score one by only drawing one into the house with the last rock if possible. This usually requires high precision shots, which are also played with quite a heavy weight, so they are able to move stones. And this only takes one, but still will be a good outcome of this shot.
Bra skött, Karin.
Bra koll.
Fint spel, Agnes. Jättefint spel.
Vad hade ni på den tiden? 92?
86.
86? Vi vill väl gadda hela våran, va?
Vad sa du?
Vi vill inte gadda hela våran.
Alltså, även om vi gör det så kommer den gå och bara trycka ut oavsett. Och då det jag tänker är att vi måste ha kvar den. Gaddar vi hela våran så är det en väldigt enkel dubbel.
Okej, jag bara tänkte det var en väldigt bra skott, jag bara undrar.
Det är det, men jag känner att allt kan ryka.
Okej.
Och vi kan och för om gör de dubbel kan vi inte gadda 2 sidor.
Yes.
Gaddar vi där, då
Vänta lite.
Då måste vi runda den blå.
Ja. Kan vi snacka om det här, eller?
Okej. Karin gaddar vi där, då måste vi runda den blå sen.
Ja precis,
Alltså,
fast från den här sidan.
Ja.
Alltså jag tänker så här, kolla här.
Ja. Vänta på Karin, hon hade något att säga också.
Jag tänker så här, om vi lägger den här, så, då kommer de gå på dubbel.
Ja.
Och det är en svårare dubbel.
Är du säker på att de kommer göra det?
Jag tror att de går på skotten. Ja.
Jag vet, men går de på skotten då så är det bara tacka och ta emot, för det här är en så pass hög gard.
Ja men alltså, då måste vi runda den blåa.
Precis.
Jag litar på dig, så bestäm
Okej,
dig.
men lyssna här. Ja, om vi gör den och de går på skotten. Jag menar, de kan inte göra, som det ligger nu kan de inte vicka in på skotten.
Nej.
Nej.
Men de kan chappa.
Så det som kommer bli, det är chapp eller lite utvikt. Det vi kan göra då, det är att gå ner, frysa här, trycka ner den dit. Och då har vi lämnat våra 2 centergardar.
Yes. Jag bara känner vi pratar igenom det ordentligt.
Jag känner också. Det är bra. Jättemycket skomärken. Den sitter hårt här.
So now we're in quite a decisive phase of this end. What shot is the right one to play? You always have to think of what happens if you play a rock.
25-30 då?
Is the opponent, for example, able to play a double takeout on my rocks if I play this, or is he not able, or what is the opponent able to do with that is a question which you have to ask yourself when you are in such a position.
Jättefin linje.
Håll rent Karin.
Håll rent.
2 meter över.
Ser du? Håll igång. Hårt. Allt. Kör nu för över. Kör.
Ligger över. Ligger 2 sten.
Kör.
Ligger 2 sten över Anna.
Kör. Härligt. Grymt Agnes. Jättebra
Didn't quite
koll.
curl as much as she had liked it to, but it will be enough. I don't think a double takeout will be possible without sticking around.
Men nu har vi i alla fall 2 gaddar. Oavsett vad.
No, they try now.
Det är det, eller hur? Är det nog för den här frågan? Bra. Bra. Även om de tar den här nu så har vi 2 gaddar.
Klicka.
Oh, and just got past. Well thrown. Well swept right from the start. Sweepers picked it up and just dragged it through.
Yeah, that was a real hard sweeping because from the beginning it was really tight.
Agnes på sin dragning.
Great skipping
Ja, jag
here.
håller med. Min del.
Det känns som
Now
att de greppar lite så här spår på slutet, så vi är med för att de kommer springa
Anna
lite på slutet.
Hasselborg
Ja,
with
75 80.
Karin Rydström looking to tap back this shot rock a bit and maybe be able to roll over behind the first blue stone in the house to get complete cover.
Tryck i bak 4.
Genom!
Ren! Ja!
Genom!
Ja!
Genom!
Wow! Ren!
Helt genom!
Ren! Oh!
Tryck igenom.
Ren! Ja! Ja! Hårt! Hårt!
Nej!
Bra Karin!
Härligt!
Gets a tap, doesn't quite get to roll. Would have been very hard to do anyway because you don't have a lot of space between those rocks.
I think anyway Anna Sidorova doesn't care too much if the stone is straight. She actually wishes that her own stone goes a bit on the right side.
Yes. The reason for that is that if she has a stone away from the center, she always has enough space to draw to the button with the last rock if necessary.
That's exactly what she did now.
Exactly, and this lost stone, as one could see it, is not a problem at all. Now, Anna Hasselborg tries with a the second stone of Karin Rydström to come around to guard and the one in front of the forefoot to get a first good shot into play.
Мне в конце очень сильно валит.
Есть хорош.
Анечка, Ань!
Well,
линия офигительно, вот так вот.
Looks a bit long.
Yeah.
Вообще прям по диагонали на самом деле.
Not gonna sit down, it's well over tee.
But still shot.
That is true, but it is also a backing.
Härligt. Det räcker sådär. 68.
Jag hade 80, Karin. Det är bra.
And Sidorova decides that Ludmila Privkova
I centerspel.
should follow down the same lane.
Anna, var med nu!
It looks a bit out, eh?
It's curling now.
Anna, var med nu!
It is
Kör nu, Anna!
also rather heavy,
Kör!
and it is out. So
Vad säger vi för Anna? 90 dit sopad, eller?
Ja, 90. Jag tycker 90 är perfekt.
Ja, 90 positivt.
miss follows up on a miss.
Tror samma är bra där.
Okej, nu bajtar vi locket framåt i.
Ja, och dessutom topp 8 är ju också bra. Alltså,
Önster bara.
alltså i marginalen.
Well, at least there's no extra end because there are a lot of rocks in the house, so we're
It's
gonna.
quite likely that somebody will score.
Yeah. So finally, Martin can take all his equipment and go back to Adelboden tonight.
På Karins, tänker jag.
Hon tänker på isen om du undrar vad hon funderar på.
Karin! Alltså jag tänker på att din gick helt osopad där. Vad tror du om medel? Jag tror att det är bra.
Men det innebär ju att sopar vi går en rakare.
Ja. Ja men.
Eller?
Ja. Jag funderar på lite till bara.
Jag tror jag är bra. Ja.
Bajta in fota.
90 då?
Yes.
Ja.
Noll.
Bra fart! Bra fart!
Agnes!
Ligger plats.
Bara fart!
Bra fart!
Bara fart!
Måste köra!
Bra fart!
Ligger där! Ligger där! Måste du!
Börja kvälla nu då!
Kör då!
Hårt! Hårt! Hela vägen! Hårt! Kör nu tjejer! Hårt, hårt! Hårt!
Bra spelat! Bra spelat. Bra.
Well, now I guess this is a nice takeout for Anna Sidorova.
Jättebra där.
Hoping maybe like that in the double.
The problem is just if you hit it in that way that it sits after hitting the second rock, then you are really in trouble because you can't take that one out because that is behind backing and it is almost touching the button, which is quite heavy to draw to. So, but she's playing it anyway.
Jag har inte tampat på någon banan.
Probably quite a quick takeout because like that at least she gets
Det
some
enda är om hon gör
of those
dubbel
rocks moving.
och chappar precis. Men då kan vi i och för sig
Dra andra handen.
dra där.
So in other words, actually
Bra spelarna.
the rock of Anna Hasselborg was a bit maybe too far. It should be a
jag
bit
fick
maybe in
inte
the right
riktigt-
zone. What do you think? It was too much
Det borde stämma ganska bra, eller?
weight.
Well, either
Följ upp den för den var långt
well
upp
you
också.
can't play it
Hade bara
shorter,
matchat
yes.
den med farten.
If you do that, then you're more then you're sure that she's not gonna gonna hit it just like that. But I think initially she wanted a bit longer to get a bit more pressure on Anna Sidorova, and she just gets it. And this is now a difficult situation for Anna Sidorova. Even though she's got plenty of opportunities left, she has the whole forefoot on her left side, and she still can't tap back the one she just threw. Now is the question, what is Anna Hasselborg going to do?
Fast hon har fortfarande den här knacken. Alltså den här. De samma sten igen.
Den är ganska svår, för du ser bara max halva.
Probably she would have to do the same thing in a way that to guard that Anna Sidorova can't tap her own one.
Tycker du inte ner här på topp 4?
It depends what she wants to achieve, because usually you would think that the draw to the button from the left side, which is totally open, the forefoot is completely free, would be the easier shot than the tap back. But since Anna Sidorova has not played from this perspective right side, might be also possible to guard the tap back. But I would think, personally, I would probably guard the right side as they show it here, or put one in the forefoot as they do it right here. What is important here now is that you don't leave a easy hidden stick, and because if you do that, then I'm pretty sure Anna Sidorova would succeed in
bakom topp 4 stenen vi ska sköla.
You just have to make as little room as possible for Anna Sidorovas last drop, and then you're pretty much good to go. Then you're set for stealing one, and then you need a little bit of luck, and then you win this game if you're in Anna Hasselborg's
Alltså om vi inte kollar upp så
position.
vill du hellre lämna en bite i en fot så vi inte får en chapp liksom. Så mycket snack på linjen.
Yes. Eller vad sa du nu?
Om vi inte har linjen så vill jag inte dra ner ända till 10 liksom.
Nej, absolut inte. Alltså om vi inte har linjen så är det bättre att lämna den.
Bara bite 4 liksom. Ja, exakt.
Snacken är ju faktiskt jävligt svår.
Ja. Hur racear vi in det här, tjejer?
Yes. Full 4.
Ja.
Yes. Marginal bite 4.
Ja.
Yes. 90.
Yes. Lägger lite, tjejer. Yes.
Ja, ligger där!
Bra fart!
Jättefin
8!
linje!
8!
Måste köra!
8!
4! Hårt! 4!
8!
Jättebra linje! 4! Hårt! 4! Hårt! Kör! Hela vägen! 4! Hårt! 4! Kör! Kör! Hårt! Hela vägen! Kör Sandra! Kör!
Bra tränare!
Snyggt Anna!
Not bad. Closest way for Anna Sidorova, and there you have to tap back as mentioned before. She's probably going to play.
Совсем немножечко цепляет. Как тут, не очень повалит? Не очень валит.
Еще, конечно, замазан.
Что, замазан?
Да.
Но он далеко. Можно еще вот сюда повезти,
Ну, естественно, он замазан, там валит.
если хочешь.
Да не, он должен подвалить.
Не, подвалить должен, да, он подвалит. Да, чуть-чуть чиркнуть можно.
Сколько?
65. Толкаем?
65-7, да? 7? 7 такой, да. Подбавленный.
Now this is the last rock of this game. Anna Sidorova playing this last exercise frog.
Нет, пока нет.
Looking for the tap back.
Кать, сбоку, пожалуйста, протирай. Касаемся?
Мало.
Давай, Люсенька.
And oh, this is a close call.
Тот тоже цепляет.
Oh, that can even be a measure decision.
Дальше, по-моему.
Ой, нет, они дальше.
That is very close. Hard to judge from here. You couldn't tell which one is better. Yes, it's probably going to be a measure decision. In a case like this, there is a certain instrument which is used to determine which rock is nearer to the center, and which you will see in action just in a couple of moments.
Чуть-чуть подвалил бы, нормально был кинут.
Jag kan mäta.
Да, капельку бы еще подвалил, даже отскоком мог сыграть. Ну, в принципе, сыграла сколько.
Можно ближе еще.
Там, конечно, это. Очень явно. Не может быть такого, что у них центры неровные. Правильно?
I don't think so.
So we do it together.
So he's from the TV.
Jag vill göra.
Nej.
Jag får inte ens stå i bosen.
Vi behöver inte vara med. Not to measure that.
På röd? Nej. Jag tycker att den känns röd också.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, good game.
Anyways,
Next thinking good game.
yeah. Otherwise, thanks. Thank you.
You see? It's 5 in this direction.
Yeah.
And 8. This way, so 8.
Был один раз.
So red? Red, yes.
And it is
Good game. Congrats.
one red, which means Anna Hasselborg won this game by a fraction of an inch. Like this, play qualify for the quarterfinals tomorrow, while Anna Sidorova did not manage to do this.
Ja, det fick ju center. Jag var helt säker på att de skulle spela på den spelaren.
Just after the stones have been cleared up, please stay tuned whilst we are waiting for the interview with the winning skip Anna Hasselborg.
Jag gillar den.
Nu får jag chans att lira lite bättre också.
Vad kul! Vad glad jag är.
Thank you. Yes. Would you like my microphone first?
Yeah, because we have your video.
Yes. Is it okay with only?
Okay, Anna, it was very interesting now to see how these measures. Usually you do it all the time by yourself, or you need a judge for that?
No, we usually have an official to do that.
So nobody was here, so you decided doing by yourself?
It's so many teams on this World Curling Tour event, so they don't have time to do all the measures, and so it's fine. We do it by ourselves.
But we have to say this is spirit of curling. Curling, that means you look together and then you decided, okay, who is the winner, who is the loser, right?
Yeah, it's impossible to try to cheat or anything. We were both looking at it, so it's the gentleman's sport.
Well, I would say that you looked before and you probably were more sure that it was actually your stone a bit better than the Russian ones, right?
Yeah, but that's also because I was sharing for myself. But I thought it was mine, yeah.
Okay. Well, it was a nice game. It was very tight, you know, and I think very interesting was the, first of all, the fifth end where Anna Sidorova played a tremendous stone where actually we all thought, okay, you're going to have 3,
yep.
You know, where she had 1. And actually you had almost the same opportunity. I mean, you had the same challenge that you had to, there were 3 Russian stones and you had to put 1 out. So it was a kind of equal throughout the game, right?
Yeah, you felt that both teams really wanted to win, but we're still pretty tired playing a lot of games. So
yeah.
We thought it was going to come down to the 8th end, which it did, very much.
Well, that's true. Okay, I think now you really have to go to your hotel because tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock you have the quarterfinal, right?
Yes, in 9 hours, right?
Yeah. Well, more or less. So I will let you now go, and I hope you have a good night, being fresh for tomorrow, and hope to see you again for the next game. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right.
So with this, we are at the end of our live coverage for today from the Bernese Ladies Cup. Join us again tomorrow at 8 o'clock where we will feature a quarterfinal. Then at 10:45 there will be a semi-final featured, and of course at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock p.m. we will broadcast the final. I'm Bastian Wies. I thank you very much for your attention and hope you to join us tomorrow again. Thank you and good night.